Alright, so I'm in a pretty shitty mood thanks to a garbage ass football team from Philadelphia that decided that they wanted to get their asses handed to them on a silver goddamn platter.
Trash!
So I was posing that a nice listen to YB and Cordae's, oh wait, my bad guys, I meant just Cordae's latest album From a Bird's Eye View would be a way to take my mind off things. But instead all it did was just piss me off more because of how lackluster this project turned out to be.
Trash!
Now don't get me wrong, there are some high points on this project, but when listening to everything as a whole, this project just falls fairly short for a sophomore album. Alright, so when listening to this album, there's not much for me to really want to digest from it because it mostly just seems pretty bland in comparison to his previous project and in comparison to artists similar to him. His rapping is solid, but at the same time it's like I'm listening to an imitation of other artists such as Baby Keem and J. Cole throughout this album. He raps a lot about his come up and his mindset while also rapping about materialistic things, but he does it in that spiritual, lyrical, miracle, individual way that can really just come off as corny. I respect the confidence and consistency within his bars and flow, but I can tell that there's a lot more work needed on both this album and with Cordae's musical creativity to really be something to call a good project. And while this album isn't really long, it's a shame that there's not much to it that really has any tracks standing out. Each track just feels like it has the potential to sound like something fire, but then it just gets knocked down a peg either because of the weak and forgettable chorus or just really boring lyricism. I hate to say this because I really want to like Cordae's music more, but it's hard when the stuff he's been putting out hasn't had any worth of showing progress. But as for the production, it was okay, but nothing too crazy. It had one really hype track in Super, but it was mainly filled with these laid back bass heavy beats to help complement Cordae's rapping. But at the same time, as stated before, nothing really stands out too well. I want to say that Super and Today had probably the more fun beats to listen to, but just like with the rapping aspect, when looking at it as a whole, the beats were pretty mid-grade as well. It just felt like I was listening to another pseudo-conscious hip-hop production because of how standard some of the beats felt, such as on the tracks C. Carter, One For Me, and Mama's Hood. But I suppose when looking at the features, they were decent, and I would even say they were better than Cordae in some instances, such as Freddie Gibbs on the track Champagne Glasses, Lil Wayne on the track Sinister, or Gunna on the track Today. But there was also her and Lil Durk on the track Chronicles, which was an okay song, but I feel like everybody on that song felt really forgettable. It just didn't serve too much towards the song nor the album as a whole. There was also Stevie Wonder on the pianos on the track Champagne Glasses, and I like how he came through with him really serving justice to an already pretty solid beat, I would say. But overall, this album really just didn't hit as hard as I would have hoped for it to. Not saying that it would have been perfect, but at the same time I feel like we're listening to this and then listening to his previous project, The Lost Boy, it's like this album just doesn't deliver in many aspects. Just feeling like an imitation of other styles and flows while giving hints to a new gen wave to try and appeal to an audience. So to put this on a scale, I'm giving this a high 3 out of 10, being probably one of my most least liked projects of the year, if I remember it exists. But how do you guys feel about From a Bird's Eye View? What would you rate it? Let me know that in the comments while liking and subscribing. Make sure to follow my IG and Twitter. And if you like the illustrations used in this video, make sure to follow the artist as well because she's dope. No, yeah, make sure to follow my second channel for me outside of music. And on that note, I'll see you on Friday for another album review. Peace.
I'm a spiritual, lyrical individual, spiritual, miracle, lyrical individual, spiritual, miracle individual.